What's good, everyone? It's Nigel here, Black Sex Apparel. I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys tuned into my last video. And if you do, if you watch it and you find it useful, just click the like button. Really helps me out, helps us out, helps out the brand that's Black Sex Apparel. So, not sure what I wanted to talk about today. There's numerous topics I wanted to touch on. But I think I'd go ahead and talk a little bit about fitness, health, fitness, muscle building. That's what we are. The brand represents aesthetics. We represent health, fitness, culture, and everything good is what we represent. So you can rest assured, if you're wearing a Black Sex up, you are representing first and foremost fitness, aesthetics, look good, feel good, dedication, determination, preservation, everything that relates to building an aesthetic physique, an aesthetically pleasing physique, requires everything I've mentioned and a heck of a lot more. You have to be determined. You have to have discipline. You have to have consistency. Consistency is key. You have to have drive. All of that under the umbrella of aesthetics, Black Aesthetics. Of course, the color black is aesthetic. So we merged the two words and we came with the idea, or came with a name, came with a brand. That's now Black Aesthetics. So I hope you resonate with the brand. I hope you check us out. And yeah, support us in helping the brand grow. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You don't even have to purchase anything. As long as you give us a like on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Well, Twitter's a bit down in a minute. I'm not really on Twitter that much, but Threads, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and of course YouTube. Like and subscribe. If you click a like, put a comment, even if it's a negative comment, it does help. So yeah, please do that. So how do you attain an aesthetic physique? How do you attain a decent physique? Summer's on the way for those of us who live in these climatized countries such as the UK. Summer's on the way, and I'm sure you made a New Year resolution to improve your fitness, and as a result of improving your fitness, you build an aesthetic physique. You become more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. That's what Black Aesthetics is about, right? So the byproduct of chasing your goals in terms of becoming fitter and healthier is looking better, look good, feel good, and that's aesthetic. If you wear black clothing, it shows off your aesthetics a bit more, hence Black Aesthetics, right? So yeah, get yourself in shape for summer. Get yourself looking good, feeling good about yourself. If you look good, you feel good. You walk with confidence if you look good and feel good. And buy yourself a Black Aesthetics up and feel even better. Know what we represent. And anyone questioning what you represent when they see you in a Black Aesthetics up, they know straight away, instantly, that you're about that life, that health, fitness life, that aesthetic lifestyle, that look good, feel good lifestyle, that putting positive energy out into the world. Representation, and it's a big thing for me as well. I'm going off on different subjects here, I know, but bear with me. I always remember having a conversation with my son, and this was one of the driving factors for me with my brand, in pushing the brand and creating this brand that's Black Aesthetics. And I said to my son, driving in the car one day, I said to him, son, could you name me a single black-owned company? Just name me one black-owned company, like anything of any name. So just name me a black-owned company. And about 10-15 minutes later, he couldn't name me a black-owned company. And to me, that was appalling, right? I found that appalling. And that's why I preach representation matters, right? Because you cannot be what you cannot see. So, for a youngster growing up, regardless of color, if you don't see something that represents you, or something that looks like you in a certain field, you're less likely to go into that field, right? So you need to see something that represents you, that looks like you, that talks like you, that comes from the same area as you, the same estate as you, wherever, that motivates you, that becomes an inspiration to you to aspire to achieve whatever that is, right? So representation matters, and that's massively important for me. So as much as I preach that the brand is a health and fitness brand, and we aesthetics is a goal, in achieving in your pursuit of aesthetics, you're getting healthier internally as well as looking better externally, right? So it's a win-win. But also the brand represents our culture. We wanted to represent culture 100%. We wanted to have, so the example I gave about my son, if someone was to ask their son, or someone if I was to ask my son again to name me a black-owned company, then Black Aesthetics the first word that comes out his mouth comes out the top of his head, just like that, That's important. That's massively important. Representation matters. You cannot be what you cannot see. Aesthetics over everything. Our brand slogan. Aesthetics over everything. It's important to have representation, like I've said. That's who we are. So rest assured, when you wear Black Aesthetics, you are representing a range of different topics and subjects. So going back to why I wanted to do a video today, apart from promoting the brand as Black Aesthetics, is to how do you achieve an aesthetic physique? Now, I've been training for I'm not trying not to take too much more of your time. I know some people get bored listening to these videos sometimes, but I try and keep it entertaining as I can and try not to take too much more of your time. I've been competing since 2011. I've won just about everything in the natural bodybuilding world as a bodybuilder, from British championships to European championships to world championships. Competed last year. Hadn't competed prior to that for about 4 years, and came back and won the British title, won the European title, went to the Worlds, the PNBA World Finals, where I placed a close second to the winner, who apparently beat me by 1 point. So 1 point away from becoming world champion again. But it is what it is, as a pro bodybuilder, of course, but it is what it is. It wasn't meant to be, but I'll be back in some capacity. Now, how did I achieve the physique I did? Now, I found something I enjoyed doing back in 2011. I mean, I've always trained before that. I've always been in the gym. I was in the military prior to my bodybuilding career. So training and physical fitness was always a part of who I am. I remember growing up as a kid, my granddad and my family was massively into boxing, so and I just so happened to be okay. It doesn't matter what sport I tried my hand at, I was actually okay at it. I wasn't terrible. I was good at everything I tried, and that's not me trying to brag. I was actually okay at most sports. Anything I put my hand to, I could do it. I just so happened to find bodybuilding found me. I love boxing as well. I'd love to have done that, but clearly it wasn't meant for me. Bodybuilding found me. I loved it. I love the challenge that comes with bodybuilding. I love the idea that you can't buy a good physique, right? You cannot buy a good physique. So if you see a male or a female with a great aesthetically looking physique, you can rest assured that that person has gone to the gym day in, day out and put in the work. They've rested, they've eaten correctly, and it's a lot of work. So I have the utmost respect for anyone I see with a good or a decent physique, because I know the work that goes into that. And that's what it is. That takes me back to the whole thing about aesthetics, right? We're all genetically built, genetically different. You're not going to achieve you might achieve a similar physique to me, but it may be way better than me. You may have better points than me. You may have a bigger chest or a smaller waist or bigger quads or whatever. Genetically, we're all different. You just have to take what you have and enhance it by going to the gym and staying consistently in the gym, right? working at it. Eat, sleep, train, repeat. Almost, you have to adapt. This is not a short-term thing. This is a lifestyle. You're now adapting, right? So if you stick to it, you start now. Stop making yourself promises that you don't start, or you start and stop, and you get lazy and you make excuses and whatnot. There's 24 hours in a day, right? So you can make time. Whether you could get to the gym or not, you could do stuff at home. You know, your body weight exercises you could do at home if you can't get to the gym. So I find it difficult for people who make excuses. And you check their phone, it's probably spent about 4 or 5 hours on their phone that day. You cannot tell me in that time you couldn't find the time to do some physical exercise. There's enough time in the day to do it. So I'm not a fan of excuses. If you want it, you go and get it. It depends on how much you want it. If you want it bad enough, trust me, you will find the time. So once you've dedicated yourself to going to the gym, obviously consistency is key. The other product of going to the gym, or if you're going to the gym, you're lifting weights and you're tearing up your muscles. When you're in the gym, you're not building muscles in the gym. You're literally damaging the muscle whilst you're in the gym, right? And when you leave the gym, you go home and you repair it. And how do you repair it? You repair it by eating and sleeping, right? I'm not saying just go home and sleep. Of course, we've all got lives to live. We've got jobs to do and whatnot. So, but prioritizing sleep is one way to grow. So trying to get as best as you can 8 hours sleep, or 7 hours sleep, sorry, is should be a priority to you. I say that I rarely do get that nowadays, but if you could prioritize that, that's a great start. And of course, you have to eat. I say this to people all the time. They say you see people go to the gym day in, day out, year in, year out, and they look pretty much the same. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's probably what they want to. At least they're not overweight, right? The gym keeps you in shape, I suppose. Calories in, calories out. You burn more calories than you take in. You're going to lose weight. But you have to eat, and you have to eat the right stuff, right? The right calories. If you're eating rubbish calories, you're eating crap calories, you're not going to see growth, right? And in fact, it's detrimental to everything. I'll give you a good example is if you work, and most people do, they work full time. Say you work 8-hour days or 12-hour days. You go to work, you get home from work, you don't prep your meals. You sit in front of the TV, you fall asleep, and then you get up in the morning and you do a rush breakfast, and you buy yourself a packet of crisps and a Mars bar, and then you buy a cheese salad or cheese sandwich. Sorry, when you get into work for lunch, and you have throughout the day you probably have some chocolate bars and whatnot to keep you going. And then you get home and you feel like absolute crap. Now, if you've got kids, the kids probably want to play with you, but you haven't got the energy. Your partner maybe wants to go out on a date or whatever, you haven't got the energy. You're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're thinking, well, I should get to the gym tonight, but you haven't got the energy. And that's a direct correlation of the food that you ate throughout the day. Your energy is dictated by the food you eat. I'll say that again. Your energy is dictated by the food that you eat, the food that you put in your body, the food that you consume, right? You're not going to put petrol in a diesel car, right? You're not going to put rubbish oil in your Ferrari because that damages it. So why not why not put the best food in your body? Break the cycle of the addictiveness to processed food and sugar. Start eating healthy. Replace sugar, the sugary food, the biscuits and the crisp and the chocolate bars that you eat. You replace that with fruits. That's an investment in yourself. That's the first thing you should be doing. When you get home from work, instead of sitting in front of the TV and falling asleep because the food you've eaten is crashed your energy, instead of sitting in front of the TV, falling asleep and whatnot, prep your meals for the next day. Preparation is key. So you prep your meat, some chicken breast, some chicken, some steak or fish, some rice or some potatoes, sweet potato, jagged potato, a little bit of pasta, whatever. But some solid whole food is what you want to prep. And that's the key to it, right? And once you get yourself into that habit, and all of a sudden you find yourself breaking that cycle that you're used to, and boom, you're on your way. That's half the battle. You're getting that consistency going. Break the cycle, get that consistency going, and you're on your way to aesthetics, right? Having a better physique, feeling better about yourself. Look good, feel good. That's who we are. Look good, feel good. Aesthetics over everything. And that's how you achieve. So it's not inherently difficult. It's about you breaking the cycle. You know, not sticking to the routine of things that you do because it's laziness that gets you into the pattern that you are in the first place. And then, you know, New Year comes again and you make yourself another New Year's resolution to lose weight. And you find that you fail again. Summer's on its way. It's still time to get back on that horse. And, you know, there's always time. There's always time. Why not start now? Why not start tomorrow? Start. Just do it. Get that consistency going. And you're on your way to aesthetics. Because you can't wear black aesthetic top if you're not aesthetic, if you're not putting the work in. You cannot wear one of these tops if you're not putting the work in. It's embarrassing. You have to put the work in, and then, you know, then you can proudly wear black aesthetics top and represent yourself as one of the black aesthetics family. And when people see you wearing that top, they know what you're about and know what you represent. So that's all I wanted to say, really. You know, anything you got to add, any question you have, feel free to drop it in the comments field. I respond to everybody. I hardly get any messages anyway, so I always respond, or comments. So hit me a comment, like, subscribe, and comment. That really does help me, help the algorithm. I've been on YouTube for a long time. Got 3.72 thousand subscribers. 3.7, just over 3,500 subscribers. And if I get 30 views per video, I'm doing quite well. So that's pretty poor. Maybe I need to do more, and I will do. So if you like it, please click like, subscribe, put a comment, even if it's a negative comment, it helps. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you for listening. Take care. Keep training. Aesthetics over everything. Peace.